Hi friends, it's Julia. Thanks for stopping by my channel today. Today I'm sharing a layout that I created using my December 2019 Christmas stash kit. Now this is a fairly large kit that I created and the base of it was the newest Felicity Jane Christmas kit from 2019. It is a new kit club that I just joined, so I'm really anxious to see how this next year goes with getting this kit. But most of the stash that I pulled in to use, with the exception of the Felicity Jane stuff, is older stash. It's been in my collection for a while. So if you like watching videos that utilize stash from years gone by, yeah, you're in the right spot. Today's layout was inspired by Christy's Beautiful Life YouTube channel. She did a series in November 2019 called 30 Days of Sketches. Now this is sketch day number 13, and this is also my layout number 13 based on that sketch. And the sketch designer is a lady called Laura Ramble. Now, when you go back over to Christy's channel and you look at her sketch, you'll look at this and you'll go, you really didn't follow that. And you would be right. She had almost a starburst pattern behind the photo, and it called for a little tiny 2x2 photo. I am not a 2x2 photo on a 12x12 kind of girl. So what I did was I took a 4x4 photo and just used the one photo and layered up some little doilies behind the photo. And as I go through, I will add embellishment along the way, washi tape, letter stickers, that kind of thing. This is not an overly busy layout. It is fairly plain, fairly simple. And compared to what Christy created on her YouTube channel, this feels so under par of what she created. Her layout turned out beautiful, but this one doesn't even compare. For starters, I don't use any mixed media on my layouts, or very little. A few little ink splatters now and again for the most part. Otherwise, that's it. I am not a mixed media kind of girl. I don't like to get all that wet and messy on my layout. I altered mine up from what her sketch turned out to be and what the original sketch looked like as well. But I think that's the beauty of using a sketch, is that you create what you want to create. You use the sketch as inspiration. Now, there are days when I see a sketch and I follow it to the letter. And then there are days like this where I looked at it and go, that really doesn't suit me. That's basically where we're at. And so, yeah. So this is an older alphabet set that I have from from Freckled Fawn. It's pretty old and the glue on it is pretty sad. It is like one of those little puffy alphabets. I have multiple sets of it in this first set. The first sheet that I'm using, the adhesive was pretty much dried out, and so I had decided I was going to use some liquid adhesive to go back behind it, but the letters, because they are that foamy feeling, that puffy feeling, they curl up, and so you really have to have something. Once you put the adhesive down, you have to have something to weight it down, otherwise they're going to roll up and not stick down anyway. And so that's what I've done here. I'm just using an acrylic stamp block to go through and weight that down as I put the glue behind there. Now, I would have stuck this to the side of the ruler like I normally do if there had been enough adhesive on the letter set to hold it on there. But there was nothing, guys. Pretty disappointed, but I can't complain too much because this alpha set I've had in my stash for a long time, probably 3 or 4 years, I'm thinking. So not that that's any excuse for the adhesive not to be effective, but just saying, it's been there for a long time, so that may have something to do with it. And because this is a Christmas layout, it's not stored in the rest of my room with my stash. It's stored in my closet. The paper is stored in my room, but not the embellishments and the letter tiles and things. Those are all kept in my closet. So I don't know. The door stays open on that closet, so it's not like it gets uber hot, but you just never know. So that's where I got to as far as putting down the layout. And just because that is a puffy alpha as well, even though that is Felicity Jane, I am still going back and adding a little bit of the liquid adhesive to the back of that before I stick it down. Even though that adhesive on there was super duper good and very sticky feeling, I just felt like I needed to add that on there just for peace of mind. There's nothing like pulling out older albums and seeing all your letters down in the bottom of the sleeve. Believe me, it's happened. Yeah. So actually, I went to bed shortly after I put that down to allow the glue to dry. And here I'm going to do the rest of my journaling with these red tile letters. And so I take a few minutes to put them all down there. And believe it or not, I got all the tiles off that one sheet, and I didn't have to go to the others for anything. And the title is "This Is How We Buy It." And my husband's sitting there on the computer. Now, for the last several years, he's done all of the Christmas shopping. The kids give him their list, and he sits down and he starts looking on the computer, and he finds all the best deals that he can find for the things that they want. Now, some things he starts really early in the year looking for, and he may get Christmas gifts in January or February and hang on to them all year. But that's just what he does. He is a searcher, a deal finder, and so he's the guy. If you want to find the best deal on something, he's the guy you talk to, especially if you have a little time to wait. He's going to hunt it out, and he's going to find the best deal. And so I'm just making note in the journaling that he spends hours in front of that computer hunting for the best deal for the Christmas shopping, which works for me. I am the stocking girl. I'm the one who fills all the Christmas stockings, and I love to go buy all the last minute gifts or all the stocking stuffers. To me, that's the best part. I love that about Christmas the absolute most. You get some really cute and fun stuff in the stockings for the kids. Stuff that they wouldn't necessarily think that they wanted or needed, but once they get it, they're like, oh my gosh. And it just is a matter of listening to them throughout the year, talk about the things that they really enjoy or the things that they want to try or, that kind of stuff. For 2019, all the kids got, all the grown children got, what were they called? Chip and bacon chocolate bars. They had like potato chips and bacon mixed into these chocolate bars. Just something that adult kids would probably try. The younger kids would probably turn their noses up at it. But I think all the adults tried it, and I think I didn't hear anybody complaining, or if they did, they didn't complain out loud to me. But it was fun stuff for them. The little kids got, your standard Hershey's Kisses and York peppermint patties, the standard candies. But the older kids got the fun stuff. My older children, my boys are in their 30s, and their significant others are also in their 30s. And then all the grandkids are from 17 down to 6. 17 down to 6. So, yeah. So there I have finally got all the letter tiles out, and then I'm just going to put them down. And you see me put that on the edge of the ruler because that's just how I put letter stickers down, guys. I always have, and I probably always will. I bought those fancy things from We Are Memory Keepers to do your letter stickers on. But yeah, I've never used them. They're stuck in the drawer someplace. But I thought they would be fun if I did like a curved title. But I've not done a curved title because, if you've watched me, you know that I'm pretty linear. I like straight and even. Even doing just a photo a little bit off kilter can be very difficult for me to do. I don't necessarily like matchy things, but I really do like even, linear, straight things. Can you tell I have probably a little bit of OCD going on? I get a little bit neurotic about things when they're not in the order that I put them. And I'm not making light of anybody's mental health or mental disabilities as far as OCD goes. I just know me, and there are some things in life that I can handle and some things I can't. And if I have put a layout together and it may be a little bit off kilter, I have been known to tear the whole thing apart, and it may take me days to do it. But I will sit and think about it and focus on it until I can't stand it anymore, and then I go and tear it apart, and it makes me happy. So yeah, I have a little OCD going on. So here I have pulled out a couple of die cuts. I have the Santa with the list up at the top. I have a little house over to the side of Buy It. And then I pulled out all these Christmas packages to put here with it. And it's just to indicate, that my husband is doing all the Christmas shopping. And that's how we do it at our house, i.e. the little house there. That's just how we do things here, which is way okay with me. Like I said, it works for our family to do our Christmas shopping this way. And everybody's different, and whatever works for your family, yay. I'm glad. If you guys find a way to get all the stuff done like us, I work full time. My husband works part time. So even though he's worked only part-time for the last year, he has still done all the Christmas shopping for the last several years because he is the deal finder. Yeah. So there, I'm using a lot of foam adhesive on this because I like the little bit of a shadow that it gives. It lets enough dimension be on the layout that it gives a little bit more interest. Or I think so anyway. That may not be anybody else's opinion, but it sure is mine. And I like how it looks with that dimension on there. Though it's not super duper thick, I try not to use uber thick things on my layouts, but occasionally I do like this foam adhesive. Occasionally, a lot. I like the foam adhesive a lot. Let's just be honest. And there's Matilda. She was standing at my feet, just barking and carrying on. She wanted up on the table to see what was going on and wanted me to scratch her. So, yeah, she'll stand at my feet. Both my puppies will stand at my feet and bark incessantly until I pick one of them up and put them on the table and either scratch them or let them sniff around and see what's going on before they'll finally leave, be okay and leave. So I hope I don't offend anybody by putting my pups up on my layout, but they don't hurt anything. Yeah. So there was Matilda. She's quite the character. Both my puppies are. So yeah, working on the layout there. I told you I have a couple of doilies back behind the photo and behind that Santa Claus. I have a gold one that's round, and then I have a white one that is square back up behind there. And because I've put that title in the journaling down at the bottom on the right side, it feels really heavy. And so I'm putting that washi tape up at the top to kind of balance that out. And so that, for me, that black washi tape, because I have the black washi tape under, this is how we buy it. The word buy it and it are both in black, and then the letter tiles are red with black letters. It feels heavy with the black down in that corner, and so I took the black up at the top to balance it out a little bit. the finished layout turned out super duper cute, and I'm very happy with it. And the best part is it's another one to call done for all of the for all of 2013. I am on layout number 13, so that means that I have 17 left to go for the month or for the year of 2013. And you can see I have that one package there kind of a little wonky. And I realized it and I put it down there because I put the house wonky. And so I thought I would balance it with having the packages wonky. But once I start putting the other packages down, that really bothers me. And so I will go back here in just a minute and straighten that out. And we'll all feel better because of it. Because right now it just looks very odd. That one that I placed down there is actually the piece that I cut off the bottom package. I wanted it to have a little extra. I wanted it to have an odd number of packages there, and I was only going to have 4. And so when I cut the other one, it gave me the ability to make it look like 5 packages. So that worked for me. So I'm just basically rifling through all of my different embellishments to see what works for me. If I want to pull anything else into the layout. So I'm getting pretty close to the end here. And I'm going to start adding my finishing touches on in just a second. I have lots of pearls, flat back pearls that I'm going to use. And some gemstones that I'm going to use. And I just want to say thanks, guys, for stopping by my channel today and watching my video. I would love it if you would flip me a thumbs up. And also, if you're interested in seeing more layouts made with your stash, please feel free. Hit that subscribe button and hit the notification bell. And that way it will notify you anytime that I upload a new video. Anyway, I sure appreciate you guys being here today, and I will see y'all on the next video. Have a great day, everyone. Bye-bye.